Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and yeah, I didn't realize that I only had the first episode of Winx Club uploaded. So, I actually had up to episode 2 recorded. So I figured, why not go on ahead and get episode 2 recorded, or episode 2 uploaded, because that was recorded all the way back in 2019, which is, to be completely honest, insane. And you will notice, obviously, that it was recorded not only in a different room, but I had my camera set up a little bit differently too. You will notice that in the video. So I apologize for the way the video looks. And I think this was recorded back when I would record the audio, or the video, this part, like, separately, and then add in the video in the corner during the editing. So if anything is kind of off, I apologize for that. But this is going to be my review for Winx Club Season 1, Episode 2. And I will do a recording possibly tonight. I should be able to anyway. For Winx Club Episode 2. And this is obviously not a blind reaction. There might be episodes where it might be blind, only because I hadn't seen it in forever and might have forgotten. So, yeah. Anyway. This episode is when we get introduced to Alfea, the Alfea School for Fairies. We hear about the Red Fountain School for Heroes and the Cloud Tower School for Witches. Obviously, not all the witches are bad, as well as probably some fairies that probably aren't very nice, but that's bound to happen at any school, to be completely honest. But they always try and stay away from the witches. And the big bad guys from, that had the troll, or ogre, or whatever the heck he is, Nut, I think that's what his name is. He's working for the witches. Icy, Darcy, and Stormy. But we haven't gotten introduced to them, really, except I think it's been a while since I've seen this. Since I think the end of last episode, the first episode, I think. But yeah, we get introduced to the school. We get to meet, Stella has to sneak Bloom in because obviously she just heard about all this, so she's not obviously going to be enrolled in Alfea, and thus will have missed, the deadline for that. And thus she has to masquerade as a different student in order to be able to get in. And Stella just so happened to have a letter to the headmistress from another student that said that she wasn't going to be attending. She was going to be, I think, going to another school or something. Or something, I don't know what the heck it was, but anyway, the point is she's not going. So she was going to rip up the letter and claim that Bloom is this person. That's a lot of pressure on Bloom, considering she's going to have to remember everything about this person, the person's name, and all that stuff, or else they're going to realize something's up. And I think she's the vice principal, the one who's really strict. I think she already suspects something at the start. So we get to meet Musa, Flora, what was her name? It was Stella, Bloom, Musa, Flora, and there was another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Techna? Something like that. She was the more logical, the more techie person. I can't remember. Anyway, Stella introduces Bloom to them in using the fake identity that she's having to take on, and Bloom is obviously very awkward in dealing with this. And they decide to head into town and show Bloom off to everything. Obviously, it's not really what she expects, to be completely honest, because, I mean, if you're thinking of another dimension where magic is in everything, you would expect it to be more, well, magic-y, not like a normal city. And while they're out and about, Bloom ends up spying Nut, looking for a pair of glasses, because I guess he doesn't like the glasses he has to wear. And this is why he got confused in the last episode. And she follows him because he had seen the others walking around, and thus they're still after Stella's ring, of course. And she ends up seeing him talking to Icy, Darcy, and Stormy, and obviously Darcy senses somebody is watching them and, exposes Bloom for watching them. And they realize that she's with Stella and them, and the others end up having to come to her rescue because she can't really use her magic yet. And it's revealed to them after they manage to escape that she's not who she says she is. And she has to explain to the headmistress and the vice principal, or whatever the heck her name is, or whatever the heck she is, I don't remember, who she is and where she came from. And they actually end up letting her stay, because it's not her fault that she didn't even know about all this until, I think, the day before. So they actually kind of hint at something later on that the headmistress says, or no, it was, I think the vice principal, whatever you want to call her, she was like, I thought that there were no more fairies on Earth. And this actually ends up being a big piece of info for later. But yeah, it's a big mystery as to who Bloom is and how the heck she ended up on Earth, because apparently magic was thought to, I guess, be extinct on Earth or something. And thus, how is someone like that in a place where there shouldn't be any magic, or there was not known to be any magic, So her identity as to who she is still a very big mystery. So, yeah, like I said, I apologize for how the video looks. It was recorded way back in 2019 when I was not only in another room, but I had my camera set up in a different way, and everything was recorded in a different way, so I apologize for that. I just hope you guys are excited for more, and I will see everybody next time.